We are finally back with the Portal 2 walkthrough. It's good. It's nice to be back. Hello, GLaDOS. You're in a potato. Also, I hope you guys remember the whole AI units can survive at 1.1 volts. Because, potato! You know what, as I said that, I realized I may have mentioned that previous episode, chapter 5, but, you know, it's been quite a little while since that, so I didn't. Thursday, that's the last time I uploaded a video. Yeah, as I mentioned, I really need to have these all done for actually yeah, as I was saying, I need to what I should have done is I should have finished the walkthrough before I started uploading. Oh well. That was a really long fall. And now we're down Aperture Laboratories. Aperture Science Innovators, I'm sorry. Aperture Laboratories is probably several kilometers above us. Given that it's measured in kilometers, which for those of you who don't use the metric system is near miles, that's really far up. Yeah, the elevator in GLaDOS, corner there, being taken up by a bird, and now I'm up. I am resilient. These long fall boots are apparently really good, because, you know, most people can't survive dropping several kilometers, but I guess I'm the exception. Also, if you're wondering, yes, I am American. Why am I using that? Why I'm using the metric system? It's just a general better measurement system. It goes by units of 10. Much easier to convert, or I mean, convert between centimeters, millimeters, meters, decimeters, kilometers, hectometers, decameters. So that's why. I think I'm going the right way. Yeah, this looks good. Walking through a portal. Jumping down on this, whatever this is. Continuing on this. Keep out. Do not enter. No, I should probably go in this way. That's a general rule of video games. If it tells you not to go somewhere, more often than not, that's where you want to go. Also, because I haven't played this in a little while, I may not remember what I have to do as well, so there'll probably be more struggling. Or at least I've done this once before, so I'll be able to pick up on it a little. Bite bear. Bite bear. Bite bear. Bite bear. Wait. Whole lever. Open door. Giant vault is big. Of course, I guess you guys probably knew that. Giant, wait a second. Giant vault's technically big. Hence the giant part. Let's put one here. And there's a button there. Press button. Press button. Open vault. When will these gates open? Ah! I don't want to do that. It was not intentional. Oh. Wait, yeah, absolutely. Oh. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up, because I think I can do that. I can. I don't know why I'm using portals, and like portal myself up there, and then down here. Probably actually take more time than it would save. And all that big vault door for that. I applaud you, Aperture Science. It's kind of weird not having somebody talk to me telling me what to do. Also, I'm curious, how many of you anticipated Wheatley becoming the leader of the whole thing? Also, if you played the game before, that doesn't count, because you obviously know what's going to happen, because you played the game before. Wait. No, it's not going to count. Also, here's an example. I don't know how long it took me, if memory serves, maybe a half hour, thinking I had to, like, launch myself over to that, or there or something. No, I just had to do that. But then again, sometimes the most complicated puzzles are the simplest ones. Because you expect something more complicated, and it's not, so.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Aperture Science.
I like you,
War
Johnson.
heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best. And you are it. So, who is ready to make some science?
Fell the nucleus
Now,
thing.
you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself. I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Produce a postcard, too.
Walking around this way.
Be married to science.
I like Cave Johnson. If you guys watch some of the investment opportunities, he's the guy who did them, like with the long fall boots, or the turrets that fire 65% more bullet, a whole bullet.
So these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to.
Oh, and while I said I do generally want to do a walkthrough of what's going on, I do want to show you guys this. Although also the turrets and the panels, but local entrepreneur by Salt Mine, emphasizes in Salt Mine, top 10 100.
I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're both
I know
following
it's
those tests and deficits.
shower certificate, Tato, Idaho. It says someone here that was number 2. Well, I can't find it right now. But, well. Oh, yes, that's seat number 2. Alright. So I want to show you guys, and I have to talk about it. So, you guys know Black Mesa from Half-Life? Well, Black Mesa and Aperture Science are in the same universe. I've done some history, I guess, and what I've understand is that Aperture Science started out as a shower curtain facility for the military. The Navy refused, and so Cave Johnson was angry about that and began to make Mercury shower curtains. But went and yeah, he went insane. But like got mercury poisoning, and just kind of went insane. Made 3 like fail safes for Aperture Science. The first one was like I know like the first two was like Take a Wish, and the anti-Heimlich maneuver. Basically, Take a Wish was like the opposite of Make a Wish, where healthy adults would take wishes from, you know, dying children. Very nice. And that anti-Heimlich was activating the thing for the jails. But the anti-Heimlich was to basically ensure choking, which, you know what the Heimlich maneuver does, right? Basically, it's designed to kill people, I guess. So yeah, but the third one was the quantum loop space loop or whatever.
They say great science is built on the shoulders of giants.
I.e., the portal.
No hand holding.
So the government went to inspect these devices because the first two were colossal failures. They found the third one. They basically have a research grant, and they were constantly competing with Black Mesa. And at this point, I believe GLaDOS was developed as, like,
all right, let's get
well,
started.
GLaDOS gets into
involves
it
something the lab boys call
later,
repulsion
so
gel.
I'm not going to mention
You're not part of the
it here.
control group, by the way.
But-
You get the gel. Last poor
So,
summer gun
anyway.
got blue paint.
Yeah, kind of. Also,
All
another
joking
thing,
aside, that did
this
happen.
was
Broke every bone in his leg.
dietetic pudding
Right,
substitute.
but informative. Or so I'm told.
And I'm going to make sure I'm done talking about the history of aperture science. Let's see, aperture science started out as a... Oh yeah. Oh yes, but they were commonly coming in number 2 to Black Mesa,
The lab
hence
boys
the
just
whole,
informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making
Black
these
Mesa,
pre-recorded
hence the
That gave
number
me
2
an idea. Make
certificates.
more pre-recorded
Um,
messages. I pay the bills or I can talk about the control group all day.
So, you find more evidence of that later on as we go. I don't want to talk too much about it, because I might be ruining things you find out. So, I'm gonna hold off a little bit. Where'd I go? Nope, that's dead end. But so yeah, so they were commonly competing with Black Mesa.
For this next test, we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors. Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
Thank you, Aperture Science. I'm pretty sure I covered everything in... Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna think to myself more while I've confirmed that I have in fact covered everything involved with Aperture Science. I can't really talk about the development of GLaDOS until we get further on. That's actually in Chapter 7. And then I can't talk about more competition with Black Mesa because there's evidence of that before we get there. But I mean, there's evidence of that further on, so... not really. So yeah, so...
In case you got covered
just kind of remember the whole After Science Black Mesa stuff, and I can talk about it more later on.
Covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton.
Good to know. Also, as far as the pudding goes, it mentioned that they used it to hold the stomach lining with that stuff, and then the food would bounce out of it, and it was slightly less non-toxic, i.e. slightly more toxic. They swore to the commercial, or to the market. I think that's
all these science spheres are made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats.
Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test.
Yeah. Heart stopping. Good to know that I can tell you guys.
So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I plug those numbers into my calculator and makes it happy.
Good to know, Gabe Johnson. Good to know. Alright, what do I do here? Oh, yeah. That way.
I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean Hunter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Good job, Gabe Johnson. Alright. Oh yes, I remember now. Whoop. Whoop. Portals. Actually, I probably don't at this point. Nope, that wasn't enough. There we go. Jump down. Yeah. Successes. Yay! Applause. Down I go. Bouncy. I like
the coffee we gave you
gel.
earlier had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain. There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
And as I know I mentioned this already, keep in mind the whole Black Mesa Aperture Science thing, because I'll explain that more in Chapter 7 as I get to that part. Also, you'll notice that they're using, like, military test subjects.
Now, if you're part of Control Group Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you forgot it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
Ah! Almost hit me. Press button. Jump. And, by the way, this is water. So, water just washes right off.
I'm telling them, keep your pants on. Alright, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact.
Faster than the speed of light. Didn't know we had that yet. Einstein references.
So, do both of yourselves a favor and just let that handsome devil go.
Okay. Bounce. Nice. Portal there. Walk up the stairs. And then this part's a bit. Whoa. goes. I don't know what to do. There we go.
If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it walked up and snapped their little pink bras, that sounds like...
By the way, this is another achievement for those of you going after achievements. You place water in there before it bounces out, and then it stops bouncing and you just catch it. Now, where did it go?
Now let's solve this thing.
Ah! Stop bouncing, I need you. Yeah. Stop bouncing. Stop bouncing, I tell you. What is wrong with you? Ah. Ha. Gotcha. That was annoying. Clean. All clean. Oh, but I will need another portal for that. There we go. Ah. Bounce. Line it up.
Science isn't about why,
That was fun.
it's about why not. Why is so much of our science dangerous? Why not marry safe science if you love it so much? In fact, why not invent a special safety door that won't
Science
hit you on the butt on the way out
does
because you are fired?
a lot of
Now you test subject.
science.
You're doing fine. Yes, you.
Thank you.
Box your
That's
stuff.
what I'm doing
Out
fine.
the front door. Parking lot. Car. Goodbye.
And yeah, and you guys know Epic Science is in this online. By the way, sorry if I'm repeating stuff. I'd just like to make sure that, I've covered it. Because I feel it's better to accidentally repeat stuff than accidentally leave stuff out, and then you guys might be confused if I reference something that I haven't mentioned before.
Congratulations. The simple fact that you're standing here listening to me means you've made a glorious contribution to science. As
Thank
founder
you.
and CEO of Aperture Science, I thank you for your participation.
By the way, there's nothing
We
really
count
wrong
on
with
you
that.
for another round of tests.
Or
We're
at
not
least
going to
nothing.
release this stuff into the
Well,
wild.
I'll
It's
check
good and
it
damn
anyway,
ready,
see
so
if
as
there's
long
any-
as you keep yourself in top physical
Okay, I
form,
wanted to mention
there'll
it.
always be a limo waiting
Nope,
for you.
that's a
Say
straight
goodbye,
line.
Carolyn.
Goodbye, Carolyn.
She is a gem.
Walk through here. Open the door. Through the door. Oh yes, 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 yes. Say yes a few more times. Jump. Alright. Blue. Blue, blue. Blue, 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 blue. Blue, 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 blue. There we go. Command you to open. Oh. Right. And then the propulsion gel, you guys remember that. But this is repulsion gel. No, that was repulsion gel. The other, oh yeah. So, I already had the repulsion gel. That was propulsion gel. And I'll get into that in Chapter 7.
Greetings, friend. I'm Cave Johnson, CEO of Aperture Science. You might know us as a vital participant in the 1968 Senate hearings on missing astronauts. And you've most likely used one of the many products we invented, but that other people have somehow managed to steal from us. Black Mesa can eat my bankrupt...
Sir, the testing?
Right. Now
So
you
yep,
might be asking
Black Mesa's
yourself,
winning
Kate,
against them.
just how difficult are these tests? What was in that
Also,
old
another Easter egg.
contract I signed?
Missing
Am
experiment
I
or
in
something,
danger?
remember?
Let me answer those questions
Yeah.
with a question. Who wants to make $60? Cash. You can
Also,
also feel free to
this
relax for up to 20 minutes in the
people,
waiting
as
room,
mentioned
which is a damn sight more
recognizable by the
comfortable than the
$60,
park benches most of you were
are
sleeping
paid
on when we
volunteers.
found you. So, welcome to Aperture. You're here because we want the best, and you're it.
Well, oh.
Couldn't keep a straight face. Anyway, don't smudge up the glass down there. In fact, why don't you just go ahead and not touch anything unless it's test related.
So yeah. By the way, that's not like critical to the story. Well, it's not like kind of background story, but you kind of recognize that they're paid volunteers. When it mentions $60, so. Good. Also. Noted. That would probably be uncomfortable. I don't have want to do that. Plus, I don't know where I can get a saw. Button. And she shorted out. Not long. Also, this is the end, so yeah, the paid volunteers, I didn't ruin anything, just to let you guys know. Figured that out pretty much right away. But yeah, this is it for the Portal 2 Chapter 6 walkthrough. I now have Tater GLaDOS on my spear thing. Goodbye.